do, we're going to have a little bit of questions and answers.
Yeah, we're going to play everything in tune.
So we're going to send Jen out with that microphone. Jen, that microphone right there.
But I need a chair or a stool up here, I think. Does anybody have a chair or a stool? Well, not a chair, that'd be kind of ugly. Well, yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, somebody suggested that it's the holiday spirit and it's sort of the...
Need a little more light in the house, please.
Get some house lights up. That I would, answer some questions, something about existential philosophy.
So if we have any folks with questions, if you want to raise your hands, we have a few people who want to raise their hands.
What Davey was like,
Okay, we have one right here.
I was wondering if you still happen to have your original tablecloth that you wore.
Oh, the tablecloth from the famous tablecloth. No, I don't actually. I wish I did. But some lovely people, some friends and fans a couple of years ago somehow found almost the exact same material and made me a duplicate, which I do still have. But the original one, no. Probably my ex-wife finally just said, this thing smells so bad. It has not been washed in 4 years. It really reeks. And probably just threw it away. I don't know.
We have some other.
Okay.
Jennifer.
Hi, Micky. How often do you keep in touch with Mike and Peter?
Well, all the time. I mean, on and off. Earlier this year, we were on tour for, I don't know how many weeks. And that was enough. Imagine being with your family in the same car for 10 weeks. Day in and day out. I want to go to the bathroom. No, we can't. You just went. I'm hungry. You just ate. No, it was a great tour. We had a lot of fun. And for those of you that saw the show, the Monkee Show, I hope you enjoyed it. Anybody else?
There we go.
Yes. 6th grade, super fan. My nickname was Micky. But I want to know, thinking back on time, and I'm sure there's probably more than one memory you have, but is there a particular memory or show that stands out to you? And before you answer that, thank you for doing that Christmas show song, because this person who I never met before, I was like, oh, I hope they do that song. I love that. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Like I said, we some water. We thought about doing it before over the years for decades, and just basically just never got around to it. But yeah, thank you. It's a wonderful, wonderful show. In answer to your other question, I have many memories. Not many that I can share with you tonight. No, I do. At the time it was sort of a blur. It was like a very, very short period of time. The initial television show and the touring and stuff, it only lasted a very short period of time, if you think about it. In fact, I was doing a musical on Broadway called Aida once a few years ago. And I'd been doing that for the best part of a year or more on the road and on Broadway, and was in my dressing room adding up all the performances that I'd done, 8 shows a week for so many months. And it turned out that I worked on Aida longer than I worked on the Monkees. It was a very, very short period of time, and of course, it was a whirlwind. It was like a hurricane of stuff going on, and you're in the middle of this kind of bubble. And so to me, it's kind of one long memory. I don't remember individual episodes. I remember people, and people came in the episodes, like Rosemary. I remember that we got along real well with her. And Stan Freeberg and some of the people in the crew and the production. But, I couldn't, people come up to me and say, remember in that episode when you were wearing the blue shoes and Davey had on the bracelet with the love thing? What did he say before you went into the other room? What?
You have another person lined up, Jen?
Hi, Micky. I'm going to go a little bit more recent. We got to see you in Comedy is Hard. It was
Thank you. I saw that. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
And I just wanted to know if there's any chance of you bringing anything on the road.
We had a meeting last week. There's nothing firm about it, but I was very proud of that, you know, what I did in that show, and we're talking about it. That's about as much as I can say, because it needs to, you know, obviously, maybe I should start a Kickstarter campaign for that. It needs producers and financing and stuff to keep it going. I had a great time. It was a great little show. Thank you very much. That was a show I did in Connecticut at a summer stock theater a couple months ago called Comedy is Hard, written by Mike Reese, one of the writer-producers of The Simpsons.
Jennifer?
Hi, Micky. Huge fan forever. In fact, I don't want to get too long-winded, but when I was growing up, your episodes were on Nickelodeon all the time. So Santa left me a cassette tape of the Monkees' greatest hits in my stocking, and I played it so much it didn't even work anymore. It was ridiculous. But anyway, I was wondering if there's a chance, and you don't have to do it right now, where you can give us a little bit of a drum solo this evening.
Also know, I played drums on the Monkey tour with Rich a few months ago. I had my own setup, my own kit. The reason for that being is that I played totally ass backwards. I can't play this particular kit. It'd be like asking me to play a left-handed guitar or something like that. So no, unfortunately, I can't do that this evening. But you never know. I might get out on the road again and set up my own kit and do that. But thank you for asking.
Jim, there's some people up top that have questions.
My favorite Christmas movie? Whoa. I guess it has to be Miracle on 34th Street. I would say that.
Got me? I have had a crush on you since I was 6 years old. I've had a crush on you since I was 6 years old when the Monkees first, came on TV. And at that point I knew that I loved a man with a sense of humor. And I just have a question that it's more of a, I don't know, it's not very, whatever, I'll just ask it. In the beginning of the series, they straightened your hair. And then sometime during, I don't know exactly when, but your hair became curly. Now, was that something that you fought for, or did you just come in and say, I'm going to leave my hair curly, or you're not, what was that about?
I've been asked that question before. You got to understand, I've been in the business since I was a child. My first series was Circus Boy.
And you had blonde hair.
My parents were in the business, so I was quite common to see my father come home with makeup and his hair done in a particular way for a part. When they cast me in Circus Boy, they said, well, we think you should be blonde. I had kind of short, not curly, but wavy brown hair. They bleached it and straightened it because they thought I should be a towhead. And so since then, and all through my school and forever, my hair has sort of been just a prop, more like clothing, a costume. So, and to this day, I think of my hair and clothes as costume because I was born doing that. I have even some prenatal work coming out on ultrasound. And I got a little top hat and shoes. So when the Monkees came along, I had actually quite short hair. It was more like Righteous Brothers, Jay Sebring sort of styling. I don't know what they used to call that, but it was like this brush and spray and stuff. And when I got the Monkey show, they said, well, we want to, it should look now kind of beetly, kind of big, kind of, I said, fine, just send me to the hairdresser. And it was the hairdresser that said, well, let's try this way. And then they said, well, let's try that way. And let's try this way. Then we'll curl it. Then we won't curl it. Then we'll... And that's always what, basically, that's the story. That's what it's been for me.
We have time for one more, Jennifer. Do we have somebody?
I have all your shows taped. I watch it almost every day. And my favorite song is Sometime in the Morning. What's yours?
Well, funnily enough, one of the songs I like to perform on stage, I have a lot of favorites of those songs. I mean, with those kind of songwriters, they didn't write many duff tunes. And I like a lot of Nesmith material, of course. They do some great stuff. But one of my favorites is one we're going to do that later on. That's Pleasant Valley Symphony. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.